Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely Stream Deck. For more information about the Stream Deck, the link is in the description below. Hello and welcome along to our very first AOR Hot Lap on the new F1 2018 game around Albert Park. And taking us through a lap on the track today is our very own Marcel Kiefer, representing Force India in the F1 Esports Championships. Now he's just about to start his lap on the start-finish straight, going into 8th gear, going around the first corner, going into turn 1, hits the brakes at a very decent pace. He's staying in the inside zone just as he goes to the DRS straight to get a better run, going into turn 2. And 3, full power again, and braking just as he gets to the Hummer board and dropping it down to 3rd gear to maximise momentum and rotate the car. Really easy, going into turn 4, going to 5th gear as he goes through turn 5, going all out here with the power, especially as these cars is definitely really faster in this game than F1 2017. He chose to stay in 7th gear there, but Poppy goes to 8th gear just as he started sector 2, clipping the corner there. He's good, very good speed going through turn 9. Before the sweeping stage of turn 8, he gets the braking absolutely right here through these long straight, and again chooses to go to 7th gear to make sure he gets the momentum here. Absolutely fast car, absolutely very good engine around here. Getting that corner absolutely right is definitely crucial around Albert Park. Just going through the DRS straight, a very common move for overtaking. You get that move absolutely right, and it is very good moves going through here. He's going through the penultimate few corners of the track. Definitely slowing down the speed a little bit there to gain traction. He does that with ease very, very well as he approaches the last few corners. Very, very critical as you go through the power here. And there we are. There was a lap around Albert Park today. Good evening everybody and welcome along to Apex Online Racing's Hype Energy Xbox One F2 Season 16 on the new F1 2018 game. Earlier on we had the Oceania Leagues and they showed us what they're made of, and hopefully you were tuning into the PS4 F1 tier just now and we've already seen how close for a race that was, and it's still going actually, which is very exciting. But now it's the turn of our lovely tier 2 drivers from the Xbox One to show their mettle. And if you're wondering where the Xbox One F1 drivers at, we will be streaming that at 9 PM with the hands of Ginger Andy and Justin Sutton. So if you want to find out how the Xbox F1 drivers are doing, we need to wait for another hour before they can begin. But right now you can tune into the lovely tier 2 drivers. Today we go to Albert Park in Melbourne for the very first round of the new season, and it promises to be a very good weekend for these drivers, with some drivers from F2 getting promoted to the very top tier in AOR and some leaving F2 altogether. Will there be a chance that a new driver will be on the top step of the championship? I'm Jess and I'll be one of your commentators throughout the entirety of the season. Joining me in the commentary box this season is Josh Swan, but due to train cancellations he can't make it tonight, but will be joining me in the commentary box for the Bahrain Grand Prix. So here we are then in Australia, and what a splendid, splendid track. And let me just give you a quick rundown of what happened last year. Last year's opening race in Australia saw Ollie Smithson take the win in good style with EBR Frankreich in second place. With both drivers back in F2 again this season, can we see them dominate the good old Landables once again, or will we see a different driver take the win today? One driver in F2 League that has a point to prove this season is the good old KJ Gamer, which we are riding on board at the moment. And he won the championship in F2 last season. Unfortunately, due to time restrictions, he couldn't race in the F1 tier. So that's why he's racing with us in F2. And he is looking to take the championship once again and be a double world champion. However, his ride is not going to be easy at all, with some F1 drivers from last season getting demoted to F2. Such as Rosberg, more so Sam F1 and LGS, and they were the ones from last season joining F2 this season, and they could be the ones who give KJ Gamer a run for his money, so it'll be interesting to see that. Another person to watch out for is ApexOnlineRacing, who looked very strong in the evaluation races, and maybe who could be in the title fight as well. Hayden and Kay also join Ollie, Frangwish, Aiden and KJ as the F2 drivers who are returning from last season. We also see the likes of Pelsery and Coldhead joining this tier this season from F3, and they'll be starting to get used to having no assist at all, especially with no line. So this could be a very interesting learning curve for these drivers. Everybody is about to go on their flying laps here, and as you can see, the weather is not sunny at the moment. It's looking pretty cloudy indeed, so it'll be interesting to see how the weather does as well. So F1 2018 brings out definitely new things to the game that these guys have got to manage, and to be honest, I absolutely love it when this happens, because it just brings a whole new dimension to these F1 games to make sure that they are the best they can be as much as possible as well. So they got 3 new things that they introduced. Tyre management is still there, but they umped the ante this season, and it is due to the fact that they have to manage their tyres a little bit more, because if the tyres get too hot or too cold, they can start to lose a bit of grip, and it is very important that they manage it. So that's why strategy can come into play here, and why we might see a change in strategy later on as well. So let me just unmute the audio there, because I forgot to mute the audio. There we go. So that is very interesting. We have seen a lot of these league races before previously have people bottle it into the wall due to the loss of grip, so this should be very entertaining to watch on that end. And the good news for these guys as well, another change to the F1 2018 game is the following. The qualifying has now been extended from 12 minutes to 18 minutes, just like it was in the F1 2016 game. And to be honest, I'm really glad that has happened. That gives drivers more of a chance to do a lot more stints. They have a chance to do 3 stints throughout the race, which is absolutely throughout the qualifying, which is great. And it gives drivers a chance to improve their lap times a little bit more as well. So it'll be interesting to see. So the current pole time is set by our current reigning champion, KJ Gamer, there with a 120.3. You did see a hot lap earlier from our Force India esports finalist, Marcel Kiefer, and KJ Gamer is already looking very strong. Another person looking very strong as well in Australia is DR Alex ZR1, who is a new driver to the AOR, and it's great to see that he is umping up the ante in F2 already. So absolutely great, and already times are flying there, but still we haven't seen a time from Ollie Smithson yet, or more so, or Clone Troop. So we will be keeping our eyes on it as well. And I will be getting the tyres that they have chosen today, as Morso has left the session for some reason. I don't know what happened to him, but what we like about this spectator mode this season is we can actually see how long the tyres they are on have lasted, and it'll be interesting for the overtake perspective as well. So very, very, very good indeed for that. And one very crucial thing that these drivers have got to get right is the new ERS deployment and harvesting that has been introduced. The battery system, they got to be careful not to overdo it. There's 4 or 5 modes, all VRS enabled, and most of the ERS mode they'll be using is hot lap, but they got to be careful to not use too much ERS until they get to full power, otherwise their battery could run out significantly. So we'll be watching out for these drivers to see what happens. Already we can see a benchmark here at this moment in time. So let me just quickly go through some of the new drivers. I talked a little bit about the old the F2 drivers and some people who came back from F1, and also the guys who came from F3. But what about the other drivers? We've got John Zaleka, who has returned to the AOR series, which is absolutely great. We also got Bailey, who is VRT Verstappen. He's also returned as well. He's quite young, but don't underestimate VSR Verstappen in VRT Verstappen in any way. Age is definitely not a barrier here when it comes to racing, so we will keep an eye on him as well. But I've already talked about DR Alex ZR1, who's also a new driver, but we also got 5 other new drivers who are racing today. I think some of them may not be here tonight, but we've got some. We've got Infamous Clays, Jorks 94, X Power 89, Melanie 88, and Jabala 54. But we got a few reserve drivers today due to the fact that people can't make it. We got VSR Clone Troop, who is our reserve driver. He is racing tonight due to a few people can't make it, and he is racing in at the Mercedes. Luckily, Morso has rejoined the session, so that's brilliant. And also in the other Mercedes, we've got another reserve driver of Welty as well. So it's great to see we have 2 reserve drivers, and we almost got a full grid today, which is absolutely fantastic, and I'm really hyped about what is going on today. So if you do want to get involved in the chat, guys, make sure you do, because I would like to see you interacting, and also get involved on Twitter as well by using the hashtag AORHype as well. So like I said, last season Ollie Smithson did win this race, and also took pole, I believe, last season as well, but we didn't broadcast qualifying last season, so we didn't get to see the previous lap time that happened last season. We're already seeing some pretty fast lap times. Maybe we could see people go into the 1:19s. You never know, but already DR Alex is looking very, very strong. I'm seeing a lot of people using the ultra soft tyres, with a few people on the super softs and the softs as well. So I see KJ Gamer, Alex Maloney, Vanquish, BF1, LGS, Jorg 94, K91, Peltry, and John all using the ultra soft. We've got Bailey in the super soft, Hayden on the ultra soft, Smithson in the softs. Very interestingly, he's chosen to go for that strategy. Maybe he doesn't want to aim for pole position. Maybe he wants to go for midfield and try and make his way, because his race pace around here was looking good. And he's been practicing quite a lot. He's been hoping that he would get into the 119s, but you never know as well. And it's also great to see as well the likes of Zelchi, Vodka Shot, and MPV0 getting promoted to F1, which is absolutely amazing, because I commentated on them last season in F2, and it's great to see them go up to the top tier. So if you want to find out how they do and support them, make sure you tune in at 9 PM BST for the F1 stream. So make sure you tune in, and I'll definitely will be tuning in, supporting the previous F2 people and supporting them and cheering them on and stuff like that. And I hope you will as well. So absolutely brilliant to see as well. So make sure you do share the support on the stream as well. Let me know who your favourite driver is as well. So very, very exciting indeed. So a lot of streams going on at the moment as well. So make sure you do flick out as much as possible as well. KJ Gamer is on another lap at the moment. He's gone for a very fast set to 3 at the moment. And as I was just saying, he went into the gravel. But DR Alex out of the back, he has taken a 119. So the first person out of anyone to go into the 190s. Absolutely astonishing stuff from a new driver. I didn't know how the new drivers were going to fare this season, and he has not disappointed whatsoever. So absolutely brilliant from the Haas driver. We are looking forward to seeing what this driver can do throughout. So very, very excited indeed to see what happens indeed. But Apex 97, I was predicting to do well in the Force India, the pink Force India. Was the same car that Marcel Keeper drives in a hot lap. He set a 120.2. KJ Gamer has dropped down into 4th place. Maloney doing not too bad either. So new drivers are definitely doing very well. And LGS in 5th position. And KJ Gamer, interestingly, set the fastest time on the super soft tyres. So is he going to go for the longest strategy? We will have to wait and see. Or would he go for the ultra softs? Because I think he could possibly go even faster on those ultra soft tyres. We will have to wait and see what happens from that one as well. So we will have to wait and see for that one. So keep an eye out as well as much as possible to see what happens indeed. So we've got a few people already on their outlaps as much as possible, as Franglish has improved again, which is very nice. I did see Franglish be very strong in Australia last time about, so that is absolutely fantastic to see that they are going very strong as well. So absolutely fantastic as well. So make sure you will keep on board as well. Interestingly, Ollie hasn't gone out yet. We're looking forward to seeing how he does as well. I'm just going to see who else is on a flying lap. Let me just see. We've got 6 minutes remaining of qualifying, so we could see people go on their third stint in a second. So I think we've got Joel 94 going, setting a lap time in the Banana, in the McLaren. He's looking very fast indeed. Is he going to set a lap time into the 119s? Very good. He got into P3 right off the bat. Absolutely great stuff. So already incredibly close lap times from the top 3, separating by 2 or 3 tenths of a second already. So absolutely brilliant from these guys as well. So already the times can switch and tumble right off the bat, so you never know. It is not over until the final few seconds. And my strong suggestion for people who are league racing, and if you've still got your race to go, if you're watching this and you are in Xbox One F1, make sure you do your last lap just as the clock counts 0, so like 1 second when it counts 0, because it gets more grip, it's more sticky, and you're able to get a bit more slipstream as well. So really hope these drivers will follow that advice as well as much as possible. So absolutely fantastic here as well. So Jorg is looking very strong again. We're going to see who else on a lap time. We've got Hayden as well. We are very pleased to say that Hayden is our coordinator for this F2 League this season. So absolutely fantastic. So hope he does amazingly well. And hopefully he does well on track. Last season he won the Constructors' Championship with Williams, and he decided to go in the Renault this season. Very interesting choice as well. He nearly decided to go in the Williams as well this season, but he decided to go in the Renault. So KJ Gamer this season has gone in the Red Bull along with his teammate Ollie Smithson, so they're teammates together as well. So interesting teammate choice as well. So very, very good as well. So brilliant to see as well. So massive shout out to all of you guys that are on in chat at the moment. So strategy here can come into play quite a lot, and it does depend on the weather, because I haven't been told by the drivers what weather we are going to see today, so it can all change. It is starting to get very sunny out there at the moment here in Albert Park. Summery day, we could see some dark clouds providing. So can we see a wet race? We shall have to wait and see. As Sam has just left the session then, what a shame as well, but we'll see some great lap times as well. We could possibly see here in the race a 1-stop or a 2-stop strategy from the guys. Usually a 2-stop strategy, in my opinion, is the fastest anyone can get. As Beth at F1 is running out of VRS a lot here, so he is struggling a little bit, but he seemed to improve a bit on his lap time, so maybe he used his ERS2 potential as well. So we could see a lot of people start on the Ultra Soft. Maybe people do the counter strategy on the Super Softs or the Softs as well, so we have to wait and see. And the Ultra Softs does last about 7 or 8 laps, as I was watching the Oceana stream this morning as well. So all to play for here as well. So Kay is on his lap in a Toro Rosso as well. So definitely some familiar faces we're seeing, and also some quite new faces as well. So fantastic to see you all coming out to support these guys, making their way up from F2, and maybe next season some of these guys could go into the F1 tiers. So just like the 3 guys from F2 last season. But all to play for here currently. So massive shout out to 32 people that are watching the stream currently. Absolutely fantastic, and make sure you do get involved. As I said, Kay's about to cross the start finish line here. What lap time is he going to set? He's going to set a 1:20.9. He has improved, but he's still in 11th position. We've got 2 minutes remaining. We've got a lot of people have decided to go on their out laps for this final stage of qualifying. So a lot of people will be going on to their final stints, and we could see times swap and change. The order may not be where we are. We could see Ollie Smithson set a fast lap time. I think the reason why Ollie Smithson didn't set a lap time, possibly because his lap time was invalidated, so we will have to wait and see as well. So very, very, very absolutely fantastic. Interesting fact about Albert Park: Sebastian Vettel won the Australian Grand Prix in the real life season in 2018. Lewis Hamilton had a very poor strategy. He did start from pole position in this season in F1, but unfortunately it didn't pay off, and Vettel has won. But not many people who won the Australian Grand Prix go on to win the championship, and that is exactly the case last season in F2 with Ollie Smithson. Did win the race in Australia, but he didn't win the championship. But things could all change. The traditions can change, and you never know about this situation. So yes, the assist tiers I don't think are getting streamed this season. I think for Xbox One, the tiers that are getting streamed is F1 at 9 PM tonight, and we also got F2, and also F3 is also getting streamed. The first stream of F3 this season is going to be streamed already, so make sure you do check that out as well to find out how they're doing as well. A few drivers from F2 last season are in F3 as well, so make sure you go out and support them as well in F3. So LGS, one of our F1 Tier 1 drivers from last season then, about to go on a lap then. He's approaching turn 1 when he's braking, staying in turn 3, clipping the corner quite nicely indeed. Hitting the wall almost, but able to gain maximum power onto 180 miles per hour. The Ferrari engine looking very strong in this game then. Now approaching turns 11 and 12. Difficult corner for overtaking, and that's where we get a lot of people getting caught out in qualifying. He doesn't seem to be caught out. He got the DRS to perfection here. As he lets, I didn't see how far he was. Oh, there's a yellow flag in sector 3. That didn't really help him whatsoever, but luckily there are green flags, so that is very brilliant to see. So unfortunately he's not going to have time to do another lap because time is just about to finish. DR Alex was set at 1:19.9. What is LGS going to say? He's improved. He's gone up into 6th position. Jorg will probably be one of the last people. And yeah, I think Jorg, Frangwish. Oh, Frangwish, KJ is slowing down. I think so. He won't be saying a lap time, but I don't know. It may be just my game playing up a little bit. So yes, but anyway, let's just follow Jorg right now, as he's going to probably be the last person to cross the line, approaching the DRS zone. Would absolutely taking a good reaction from the DRS zone yet. KJ Gamer is slowing down, so unfortunately he won't be able to improve, but he did improve in the 120s there, so great stuff as well. Ollie Smithson very down on his lap time on the super softs at the moment. Maybe he can claw his way up. He does have time to set on a lap time, but as George is about to cross the start finish line then, what lap time is he going to set here in Albert Park? Let's see, can he get into the 119s? Only by 6,000 of a second, and he's up into P4, so still where he is at the moment. Let's follow Apex then. Oh no, Apex is going to the pits. How is Hayden going to do? He's in 8th position now. Let's ride on board with our race winner from last season. Is he going to get pole this season? Oh, he's got, I think his lap time got invalidated because he was on a 120 and then he just got changed or something. So yes, unfortunately he won't be able to improve. Neither can Morso, unfortunately, in the Force India. So it looks like our newest boy on the block to AOR, DR Alex ZR1, is starting at pole position with a 1:19.9. Great stuff from him. Unfortunately, we didn't see his lap time, but from what I've seen in the chat, it was a very good lap time as well. So absolutely fantastic. We are in for a very good first 16 season here in the Xbox One F2 League, and I'm very looking forward to it. So we're going to go through our order here as DR Alex has taken pole by 41,000 of a second. Frank, which has taken P2. Very impressive from him. KJ Gamer in 3rd position. Jorg 94 in 4th. Maloney 88 in 5th position. LDS 469 in 6th. Apex 97 in 7th position. Hayden in 8th position. Pelzi in 9th. And Bafer rounding up the top 10. And we've got John K, Welty Sam, Verstappen, Morso, Smithson, and Clone Troop. Unfortunately, Clone Troop did not set a time, but if you qualified outside the top 10, then you'll have a choice for whichever time set you like. And this could play in good hands for Morso, Smithson, and Clone Troop, especially if they try to make their way up through the field. So very interesting indeed. So it was quite a good qualifying, to say the least. So, looking like it's the same weather conditions as it was in a qualifying then. But you never know how these weather conditions can change throughout the course of the race. It could turn to rain. You never know. We will have to find out as we go towards the opening stages of the race. The race is definitely not won in turn 1. So we're going to keep an eye on the action that we have to overcome. So, can the new boy on the block make it into turn 1 unscathed and do a very good lap? We will have to wait and see. Can KJ Gamer make his way up through the field? Can we see some other people? So can Apex get his 2nd or 3rd win in AOR? All these questions I am dying to know the answers to, but we're not going to find out until these drivers are getting ready for this. We're just waiting for the last few people to ready up then before we can begin. So let me know in the chat, guys, your predictions going into this Grand Prix, as we are just about to get into the formation lap then. This is one of the things that is introduced in Season 16. When they were doing the evaluation races and social races, the formation laps proved to be very well and less buggy. So that is why they're bringing the formation laps this season. And it gives me a chance to go through the tyre options here that we've got for these drivers then. So, obviously the top 6 are all qualifying on the ultra soft tyres. Apex is on the super soft with Hayden, Kelsey and Baver on the ultra soft tyres. John is on the soft tyres, very interesting, with Kay and Welty and Sam on the super soft, Verstappen in the ultra softs, and the bottom 3, as I predicted, more so Ollie Smithson and Clone Troop have qualified on the soft tyres. So definitely interesting strategy going into this opening round of Albert Park. We could see the soft tyres last a bit longer than the super softs, so maybe they could possibly go out for this one-stop strategy here going into Melbourne. We will just have to wait and see. It could all change, it could all happen. I'm absolutely very excited for this opening race. I hope you guys are too. It's been a long wait. The thing I was long awaiting to commentate is the AOR F1 leagues, because they are so much fun, so much action underway as well, so absolutely brilliant as well. So keep an eye on as the drama is unfolding, so we will keep an eye. And we also keep an eye on the battles as well. If you do want to see a driver as well throughout the race, let us know in the chat as well. And let me know also what driver you are supporting throughout the stream as well. Who do you want to see do well? Maybe you are in an esports team and you want to see your drivers do very well. You never know, we've got some esports teams being represented as well, which I'm not going to mention at the moment, just such like as TR Morso, VSR, KJ Gamer and Ollie Smithson as well. They're an esports team. LCR Hayden is also being represented for LCR as well. So great variety of esports team. It just goes to show that the esports teams are definitely a force. So you know, very, very brilliant to see. And I think all the drivers are about to get underway to start the actual race then. I'm on tenterhooks right now. I hope you are on tenterhooks as well. Very, very exciting indeed. How are the drivers going to make it through turn 1? Are they going to make it through unscathed, or are there going to be some incidents? Not going to say too much here, but you never know. So I think the last few drivers are about to get underway and lining up on the grid as well. So we've got Alex on the front row, Fangwish alongside with KJ Gamer in 3rd place, and it is lights out. Away we go with the opening round in Australia for Xbox One F2, and Alex is going a great start, great start into turn 1. Frangwish was looking to go on the outside. KJ Gamer is going to see if he could try and make the move from Frangwish there. Looks like he could do it. Just going side by side, going to turn 3. And let's see what is going on midfield as well. Looking like most of them go through unscathed. Bafo's trying to make a move alongside Hayden as well. So already very clean going into turn 1. But it could all change. There is yellow flags in sector 1. Oh, it's Kay. Kay has lost it going into turn 1. He's going slow, and but what a shame there. And I think Welty as well is having some issues as well. But already everyone else very good as well. Frangwish and KJ Gamer still fighting along the lines. Those two have definitely been fighting in F2 last season. It's great to see them this season. And Jordan 94 is not behind them as well. So we could see a train definitely forming here for this. So let's see how Frangwish going to make. KJ Gamer makes the move done very nicely. He just goes to show how he is the reigning champion of F2. He's not going to let this go without a fight. But Frangwish is going to make the move done again. He's going to make the switchback done. Almost they're banging wheels. But we got Jorgen Maloney joining in the fight as well. We also got ApexOnlineRacing. So we definitely have got a massive train here. Fantastic start to the first roll. Oh, and Maloney has just gone wide there. Luckily, he's hold it together. So it's very good to see. So already, wow, so much stuff already, and it's the first lap. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes for the rest of this race. So all in all, very impressed with Alex so far. He has kept it under control. The gap between him and KJ Gamer now is 2.3 seconds. But Frangwish is still behind, and we also got jogged up, not that far behind from Frangwish as well. Let's see what happens here as well. We're riding on board. We get a very good view of this train from Jorg. Actually, we could get it from Apex. Apex just went a little bit wide, taking it the corner into turn 4, approaching turn 5 at the end of sector 1 then. Looking very strong from the Force India from Apex. He was in the Mercedes last season, and he took away some very good constructors points here. So very brilliant. So train, moving on. Let's see what is going on midfield as well. We've got Baylor and Verstappen. Bailey fighting as well in the pass as well. They're doing very, very well as well. Sam not far behind. Don't forget, it is for points positions. This is getting very intense right now. DRS is not enabled. Don't forget. So he is going to make the move. Bailey's going to make the move round the outside. Is he going to make it stick? Oh, Baylor's almost one wide there. But I think Verstappen has got the move done and up into P9. And his next challenge now is Helsery. Again, apologies if I say any of your names wrong. But already it's shaping up to be a very close Grand Prix. We're already on that 3. But I'm interested to see how the pit strategy is going to work now. Ollie Smithson hasn't gained most positions at the moment, but let's see how everybody else has gained in positions then. So KJ Gamer has gained 1, Apex has gained 2. The one that has gained the most position is Bailey himself. So already great stuff from Bailey already, but also Sam, more so, Ollie and Clone Troopers gained 2 positions as well. So absolutely brilliant stuff, and we will closely follow the battles as it happens. So very, very intense to see as well. And because they're not that dry conditions here, quite overcast, the track could be quite damp, and the weather could change any time. So the drivers have got to be aware of their surroundings as much as possible and be aware of their tyre temperature. I'm going to keep a close eye on the ERS as Helsery tries to do well to defend from Verstappen. Interestingly, he's chosen for the free ERS mode deployment. Oh, what's happened with Verstappen? Verstappen is trying to make a move on Helsery. What is he going to do? Is he going to make the move stick? What a move! He's already gained another position, which is 7 positions, and already up into P8. Definitely, VRT Verstappen can definitely be a dark horse in this championship, which is absolutely amazing to see. Maloney has dropped down 2 positions. LGS is doing not too bad either. Jorg is still in 4th position as well, but Franglish is all over the back of KJ Gamer. Let's see if we can follow them right now. The battle for 2nd place here as KJ Gamer, Nobly offending, going to turn 3, approaching turn 3, lowering on the gears at the moment, approaching now turns 4 and turns 5. KJ, Franglish with a little bit of lag from Franglish, but John's got time penalty, not looking good for him. But KJ Gamer, one advantage for KJ Gamer is he knew the drivers from last season. They know the lines, and KJ Gamer seems to be knowing Franglish's lines quite nicely indeed. So nice defending from KJ Gamer, and the AOR S2 champion at best, and he's doing absolutely brilliantly so far, even though he was hoping for the win, but he has definitely gained 1 more position more than he did at qualifying. So good at the moment. Can he close up to DR Alex? And when will these guys be pitting? We will have to wait and see what other battles that we've got. We've got a train behind. We've got Apex97 seeing if he can make a move around Jord as well. And I think we've got Bayford and Sam about to have a fight as well, so we'll keep an eye on those as much as possible as well. Let's go on the back. I think more so is going to try and make a move down the Force India and the Renault of Hayden. Let's see if he's going to make the move. He was from F1 last season. He is looking to make a mark in F2. He's one of the contenders for the championship. He is way down the field at the moment. I think we can see a lot of Morso fans in the chat, so we're praying for him that he does well. If Hayden's got a time penalty, he may be forced to go back a little bit. This gives Morso a chance going into turn 2, going into turn 3 at the moment, approaching turn 4. Hayden Morso going round the outside here, and Hayden, nice defending from Hayden. And we've already got the other Renault of John as well. Maybe there could be some team orders going on as well from those 2 Renault drivers. You never know. But it is the opening stages of the race, so to be honest, I don't think there will be team orders in the slightest here. But Morso is going to try and make a move down the outside. I think the Renault has been forced wide of Hayden. That's allowed Ollie to go forward. And what's happening with Hayden? He's slowing down slightly, but Morso up into P12. His next stop is Sam. But let's go back with the leaders then, because we've got Verstappen and LG fighting as well. Let's see what they could do here as Verstappen has made another position. We've seen a McLaren. Who's the McLaren? It's Jules. He was on to a very good start, and he's dropped his way down the field, going around the penultimate corner. He's waiting till the others go before they spin. He will probably have to pit soon. I wonder, his tyres were up and at it. He has dropped his way down the field. What a shame from him. Yes, he's been forced to go into the pits right now. But Apex is going to try and make a move on Frangwish then. Frangwish is under pressure. Apex is up into P3. Great stuff from Apex. What a move. Apex has made the move look easy in this Australian Grand Prix. We have seen some battles already, and I can't wait for more battles to emerge in this Australian Grand Prix. If this is like this in F2, I can't wait to see what F1 is like later on. So if you want to watch F1 later, I'm excited for that, because we've seen these battles in F2. It's going to be crazy what F1 is going to be like. So we'll find out later on. But right now, F2 is where it's at. It is all on and on between KJ Gamer and Apex now. KJ Gamer is going to try his best. They were fighting quite a lot in season 15. And we got a yellow flag in sector 1. I wonder what's happened here. We'll double check in a second. But Apex has made a move down the outside. He's made another move. Great. Oh, he's on a roll. Apex in this Force India. I have seen in many leagues before that I've been commentating in the past week where the Force India hasn't been up to the mark, but Apex has definitely proved the point wrong in the Force India. Up into P2, and can he close up to Alex as Maloney is going into the pits right now. As Frangwish, I think he's dropped his way down the field. I think he's going into the pits. I don't know what happened. I think he was involved in a bit of a collision. I don't know what happened. If any of you are watching from their POVs, and just let us know as well. So Malone, so Frangwish is going into the pits then. We're going to see what other battles that we've got. We've got Bafer in the Sauber. We're going to see if they can try and make a move on Verstappen. Verstappen probably won't be that far from KJ Gamer. Clone Troop made a really good move from LGS there. Even though Clone Troop is a reserve driver, he is definitely a force to be reckoned with in F2. He only joined in the reserve, but boy, is he good. So far, I have seen in other leagues as well that he has been definitely good on his race pace. And Ollie, I think, is pitting as well. So there might be a collision from Ollie and Frangwish. I don't know. Again, I didn't see it, so I am not allowed to say any judgment or anything like that. But anyway, Clone Troop up into P9. Can he close up to the Renault of John in P8? More so up into P7 at the moment, but don't forget, there's people that still haven't pitted at the moment, so we will keep an eye on those as much as possible. And that is where we can see the pit window emerging here, right here. And right now, we still got a train emerging for P3. KJ Gamer is doing his first pit stop here. Going to see where he comes in. Bailey is also going to the pit stop as well. Sam is going to see if he can try and make a move down the outside of Bafer. Going into turn 1, he decides to stay where he is. He's chosen a Ferrari this season. The gap now between the lead is 2.7 seconds. The top two haven't chosen to pit yet. Maybe that strategy does pay off, because in most races I've seen, if you pitted quite late, then that probably pays off because of the tyres they're probably choosing. And to be honest, I'm quite surprised they chose to stay out quite long, because these Ultra Softs must be dying out right now. So possibly they could be losing out on a little bit of grip at the moment, but definitely Alex and Apex are definitely proving them wrong at the moment. But let's see how Sam is doing all over the back of Bafer F1 in the Ferrari. There's Sauber and the Ferrari works team is going to not let him have it that easy. He's going to make through the long DRS straight, well, not long DRS, coming towards the DRS straight at least. So yes, his LGS is disconnected, unfortunately, so he won't be taking further part in this race. As Sam is going to try and make the move to the outside of turn 12. Is he going to do it? Yes, he does. Up into P3. Great stuff from the Ferrari. What a textbook move. That is going to be looking very strong in the pit stops. A bit of lock up from Sam. Bayer is definitely not going to give up without a fight here in Albert Park. We are just going to watch them go as much as possible as well. We're just going to wait and see how well they do coming up here as well. More so, could be joining up on the party as well, as Baker's going into the pits at the moment. That was a fight and a half, I can tell you that. Maloney is not that far behind from KJ Gamer. And then don't forget, KJ Gamer hasn't pitted yet, so let's see who has pitted. So basically, everyone from 8th downwards has pitted apart from Welty. I don't think Welty is racing, unfortunately. But Verstappen is on a roll here. He's doing incredible. I wonder how he's going to be when he goes into the top after everyone else has pitted. We will have to wait and see for that one. But we got some battles happening with the two Salvas then of Bayer and Peltzy as well. Two very new drivers and returning drivers as well. To be honest, I've been very impressed with Peltzy's pace at the moment because he was an F3 last season, and I don't think he used line last season. Well, he did use line last season, and he's not using line this season. And for a first season, a first race without using line, it's absolutely fantastic. But to be honest, if you are watching this and you're on a high split or using no line, you know that learning no line is definitely a learning curve at the moment. So it's great to see the no liners go very well indeed in this Grand Prix. So well done to Peltzy keeping it up, and Bailey as well. Nice to see him return as our race leader then, everybody. Our race leader is going into the pits then. What tyre is he going to go on? He is going to go on the soft tyre. So he's probably going to make another stop and possibly go to the super soft towards the end of it. You never know, but it's looking like here to be a two-stop strategy unless they can make those soft tyres go to the end of this race. So we will have to wait and see. Oh my word, our winner from last season is out of this race. I didn't see what happened with Ollie there because we can't see after they retired, unfortunately. But what a shame from Ollie there. Ollie, he was looking on to be very well. He took on a very superb win last season as well. So, but unfortunately, he's not able to replicate that this season, and he is out of this Grand Prix. What a shame right now. Not looking good for him, but hopefully he can recover this race. As Alex there has done good as well. Come out ahead of KJ Gamer, so that is brilliant to see as well. Don't forget Apex, Sam, more so John, and Clone Troop still yet to pit yet. Clone Troop is definitely looking very strong indeed in a Mercedes, like I said. So was John as well. More so is doing well to keep his soft tyres going as well. He's been going on the soft tyres for a good old 9 laps, incredible as well. So very impressed with how he's doing. Apex on the super soft for 10 laps. Don't know how he's doing that ever so nicely, but he's doing very well. But to be honest, I'm not very surprised at all due to the absolute dominance in other leagues that I've seen from this guy. It's very great to see as well. So very good as well. Massive shout out to Samuel Cohen, who is watching the stream right now. How are you doing? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today as well. So hope you're all doing today. He just got involved on Twitter, and you can also get involved on Twitter by using the hashtag AORHype as well. Sam looking very strong in his opening race for F2 as well. A few people in the chat feeling a bit sorry for Smithson there as well, but I feel very sorry for him as well. I'm not going to tell you why, but I know Smithson very well. We get on very well, so it's just a shame that he has lost it there as well. But I know him. He has the fire in him. He has the motivation for Bahrain, so we're keeping our fingers crossed for that. So will Apex and Sam go onto the pits very, very soon? We will have to wait and see. I think Ollie is going to be sending his inquiry to the stewards. So it'll be interesting to find from Ollie what has happened from his point of view. I will be asking him at some point. We are on Twitter chat together in the F2 chat, so I will be keeping an eye on that. As Apex has gone into the pits then, our leader is going into the pits after 10 laps on those super soft tyres. What tyre is he going to go on? He's going on to some soft tyres as well. So pretty much everybody in the top 13 is going on the soft tyres. So already similar strategies here going into this Grand Prix. And the weather has definitely brightened up already in Alpha Park. So we could see the track being very hot as well. So that means the tyres will start to get hot as well. So they've got to be careful not to press on the throttle too much, because otherwise they can cause this. Apex is on the battle with KJ Gamer going into turn 3. Absolutely incredible stuff as Apex up into P6. He's going to close on to Alex pretty soon as well. KJ Gamer and Apex were battling it out earlier on. It's great to see that as well, but I think KJ Gamer is also under pressure from Maloney 88 as well. So what is happening with him at the moment, I don't know. But KJ Gamer is looking to redeem himself right here at the moment. His pace is looking good, but as soon as everybody else pit, he'll be at a mid P3 at the moment. So he is all right at the moment. He will gain some valuable points if he stays like this. But Maloney 88 looking very strong. He is one of our new drivers here in this F2 league and in AOR in general. And already he's been showing some very good pace here, and he is definitely going to be the one to watch. He's definitely going to be a dark horse in this championship. So very excited to see what he is made of here in this championship. But so very excited as well. KJ Gamer and Clone Troop, I think Clone Troop is in second. Sam is going into the pits right now. A very good run on those soft tyres. He's going on for another set of soft, I think. So he's doing a soft strategy, I think. Oh, what is that? Oh, okay. No, I thought something happened for a minute there, but it wasn't. KJ Gamer is going to try his best to try and get Apex on the way. Maloney is still there as well. Let's see, doing very well as well. 1.5 seconds separating between Apex and Dr. Alex for the mid lead at this moment. So I think once more so Clone Troop and John Pitt, Alex will be in the lead. So those two will be out battling for the lead. I hope to see a last lap battle just like I've seen in Oceana last time. And KJ Gamer has just received a 3-second time penalty, which is not looking too good for his opening race for his title campaign. A 3-second time penalty. Unfortunately, I can't see the time penalties until we get to the end of this race. I will look at the time penalties then, but we've already seen a few penalties in Australia. Not a lot though, which is very good to see, which means that they're keeping it clean as possible, which is less work for the coordinators and stewards to do. So they must be pretty happy right now as well. If you just joined us, hello and welcome to the Xbox One F2 opening rounds of Season 16. We're at Albert Park in Melbourne. We've got the F1 tier starting in 15 minutes time, and if you are racing in the Xbox One F1 tier, I would like you to wish you the best of luck in your campaign in the F1 tier as well. We've got some very good drivers in F1, so I'd like to wish you the best of luck for those. I'll definitely will be watching after this stream as well. Make sure after this stream has finished for Xbox One F2, make sure you go to Xbox One F1 after this stream, because we will see some very good racing there as well. But right now we have got, let's see what other battles we have got. We got Maloney. Let's see if we can try and get on the back of KJ Gamer. This is getting a very intense as well, very interestingly. So apparently Ollie was given damage by someone. That was his point of view, and Ollie got pushed onto the grass, and he got spun into Hayden, and Hayden had nowhere to go, and Hayden spun around going out 10, 11 and turn 12. So to be honest, Hayden had nowhere to go with a collision with Ollie. So that's the incident with Hayden and Ollie, I think, has got to be a racing incident in my opinion, because Hayden couldn't avoid that crash at all. So yeah, it's just a shame for that to happen indeed. So thank you very much, Ollie, for letting us know about that one. We're already halfway into this Grand Prix, and we've got a battle for the lead coming here. We've got Apex97 just got the move done on Alex, and Apex will potentially be in the lead. What a move. He is definitely going to be a contender for driver of the day. I did predict him to do well. Maybe the commentator gods have spoken here in Albert Park, because usually I'm known for commentators' curses throughout all of my streams, but it's not being negative for Apex. I said some good things of Apex in our opening stint at the beginning, and he's doing very well. So you can thank me, Apex, if you're watching the stream back. So yes, a great move from Apex there. Great stuff as well. Alan Collingwood in the chat as well. How are you all doing? Welcome to the stream as well. Let's see who else is in the chat. We've got, I think, World Online Racing League in the chat as well. The Amazement in the chat as well. Still 23 of you watching the stream as well. So very good to see, as well as Clone Troop, John, and more so. Very impressed with these guys. They managed to be on those soft tyres for 14 laps, which is absolutely fantastic. So they could be in a good position and maybe could take the fight to KJ Gamer, Maloney and Bailey. So I'm very impressed with how these guys are as well. So Morso is in the lead, and as I was sort of saying how long these stints were going, Morso is going to the pits right now. So I'm absolutely impressed. He's in the Force India. His pit box is ready. What tyre is Morso going to go on at the moment? He is going on to a set of the ultra soft tyres, and he is going to, I think he's going on to the end, or maybe go on a set of supers. You never know. Maybe it looks like to be a set of 2 stop, because if he was going on the 1 stop, he'll go on a set of softs. You never know, but we shall see. And we got battle with so Salbert in the background as well, of Sam and Pouncey coming through. Morso has gone ahead of Clone Troop. Clone Troop is pitted as well, and he's up into 11th as well. that is good to see as well. So more so in the points right now, so absolutely brilliant. He's got to try and catch up to the new driver, Poutsy. Sam not doing too bad either, but Sam, he is under pressure from him, from Poutsy as well. So we'll keep an eye on that. But what is going on with the front then? We've still got a battle for the potential lead here. Alex is not giving up without a fight. Very impressive pace from Alex at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see how he does going into the final stint. The final stint of this race gets very, very difficult for these drivers. They got to make sure they get in there and they make sure they keep it together. Now, interestingly, on my screen in the pits, Morso was shown to be on a set of ultras, but according to the graphics that you're seeing on these tyres, there are a set of the super soft tyres. So Morso is probably set to go onto a one-stop strategy, and he's going to take these tyres all the way to the end of this race. So that is what it looks like at the moment. So I think John is going to the pits again. Well done for a massive stint on those soft tyres. Melanie has been on the soft tyres as well for a long time, and so is KJ Gamer. We could see KJ Gamer going on to pit again as well. So keep an eye on that as well. So a big day for the AOR leagues as a whole, because people have had the game, the F1 2018 game, for over a month now. They've been trying to get used to the handling, and already from feedback from the drivers, the handling has definitely definitely improved since the F1 2018 game, 17 game. And to be honest, the new F1 2018 game is absolutely phenomenal in terms of the handling. I haven't had experience with doing career mode, and it's just awesome. It's just absolutely fantastic to drive. The turn in on these cars is absolutely incredible here. But unfortunately, Hayden, and we didn't see what happened to Hayden, but unfortunately Hayden has retired from the session there as well, to join the list of retirees of Hayden and Ollie there. So what a shame from him. But the battle for the lead could go on to probably till the end of this race. I'm absolutely intrigued to see what happens, and I really do hope that it doesn't get decided on penalties, because if it does get decided on penalties, it will be an absolute shame. That's what happens in the Oceana race earlier on this morning. If you haven't seen the Oceana race this morning, it was absolute chaos on the opening lap, and need I say more? And also there was a photo finish between Dominator and Greekmaster. Greekmaster ended up taking the win there due to Dominator having some penalties, and it was an absolute photo finish. I've never seen a photo finish like this if I see one. But if Dominator didn't get that penalty, then Dominator would have won. And I think I didn't see how close he was to Greekmaster there earlier on. So it's absolutely fantastic. I wonder if we can see a opening stint coming up as well. So we'll have to wait and see as well. So anyway, we are going to ride on board with Morso. As Morso, I think, I'm sorry we just missed that there. It's quite hard when I'm solo commentating to keep an eye on these battles, but I think Morso has got the move into turn number 9, then turn number 10, and he is up into P7 already into Force India. His next charge is Blair, and he's 1.4 down the road from him. So he started, let's look at where he started actually. He started 9 positions down the grid. He's already gained 9 positions already. He's definitely doing very well on these soft tyres, and he's definitely played his strategy to perfection here. I've known him from watching the F1 streams back from last season that he has played strategies very well. He is good with his tyres. He makes sure his tyres go to perfection, and to be honest, it doesn't give me that much surprise either. So it's nice to see Morso as well. And I was speaking to Morso earlier on the week. He was really disappointed for not getting to F1, but he wasn't going to live that on. He was going to use that as motivation to do well in the race, and maybe possibly fight for the championship, and possibly he could get into F1 in season 17. So it's nice to see that he's using his motivation this season. Even though he is not racing in F1, he is still racing with the best of the best guys. It's the second best of the best guys, and there's still some very good racing indeed. So Morso still in a very good tier, and just to let you know, this season the top 4 tiers are racing with no lines. So it just goes to show how far they've come in this game. A lot more Xbox One drivers have signed up this season. That's why the no line tiers had to increase from 2 to 4. So 4 splits have no line tiers, and the top line using line is F5 as well. Morso was going to try and make a move on Vaya going into the DRS straight. Is he going to make a move down 11? 12 and 13. Squeezing on the brakes there. Is he going to make it stick again? What a great move from Morto. Already making his way up the field. Great stuff. Already up into P6 from showing some good pace. He's on his super soft tyres. So already he's going to show some absolutely incredible stuff at the moment. So all in all, very impressed with him. He's gained 10 positions, and so has Bailey as well. So very good from Bailey as well. But we can see them fighting as well. But Clone Troop, I think, has made his way past Sam as well, so good stuff for him at the moment. So we could see some battles shape up behind the field as well, but I think Sam is already on the back of Clone Troop right there and then. Let's see how he does. We will be doing some drivers interviews towards the end of this Grand Prix, just so we can, at the end of this Grand Prix, to get our word with our drivers as much as possible as well. Podium interviews is something we didn't do last season, but due to the fact that I have gained more confidence, and also due to the fact that it's a brand new season, a brand new game and everything, I really want to get podium interviews along the way. So we will have interviews with the top three. Will the top three stay as it is? We shall have to find out. As Clone Troop already pulling away from Sam there, so due to the fact Sam has got a time penalty, unfortunately. What is happening midway down the field? Bayer is trying to see if he could make pressure from Morso there. How is Morso doing from Verstappen? 4.8 seconds. He can close it in. I won't be surprised if Morso closes in onto Bailey there, due to the fact that he's been gaining so many seconds. Let's see what lap time he gets then this lap. He is on a 1:23, which is great. Not his fastest lap time, I got to say, but still incredibly good lap time from Morso. So I'm pretty impressed for him. And it's great to see that all the new drivers definitely showing the ranks here. The new drivers that we have seen, such as DR Alex and Maloney88, from what I've heard from the coordinators, they've had superb evaluation races, and it was very difficult for them to place them in a tier, but they managed to do that and still doing very well. So I think F2 is definitely the right place for these new drivers to come through the ranks. He is close by 5 tenths this lap. Oh, this is going to be close indeed. Clone Troop is not that fine from Bayer. Then let's see how well he does then. Clone Troop in the Mercedes, like I said as well. Sam not that far behind from the Renault. John going a bit wide going into turn 9. Let's see how he does with Bailey getting a time penalty there. That is not looking good for him at the moment, but already then it's shaping up to be amazing. Don't forget the Xbox One F1 is starting in a few minutes time. Very pumped. But make sure you wait a minute, stay on this F2 stream until the end of this Grand Prix, because we can see some battles going left, right and centre, so make sure you keep it locked until the end of the stream, please, because this battle going through F2 is far from over here at the moment. So very exciting indeed, as K91 has also got a time penalty as well. That's not looking good for him. Time penalties definitely going left, right and centre here already then. So Sam, is he going to try and make the move? I think, yep, he has got the DRS open here going into turn 1. He decides to not make the move stick. Great defensive move from John. He's got another chance to make it through the DRS zone. Sam's going to try and make the move going into turn 2, number 2. Oh, a little bit banging on the wheels there and a bit into the gravel. Then he's going into turn 3 at the moment. And he had to make the position go now, going through to turn 4 and 5. Can he gain a bit of speed there? Doesn't look like he can, but we've got some battles to watch out for. KJ Gamer is all over the back of DR Alex. ZR1, we've got a newbie doing ever so well. DR Alex started on pole. KJ Gamer, our reigning champion. Two really amazing drivers here. This will be a battle to watch, as DR Alex has got a time penalty again. So maybe KJ Gamer could be in second position, so you never know. But again, we didn't see what KJ Gamer's penalty was. I do believe, as far as I'm mistaken, KJ Gamer did get a penalty. So it's probably even Stevens at this moment in time. So I think we could see a battle going up here between these two guys. I'm absolutely impressed to see how well he's done. ApexOnlineRacing doing well, trying to hold on to the lead. The gap now is 2.7 seconds separating between Alex and Apex. Wow. Wow, if Alex closes in like that, can he take the fight to Apex towards the end of this race? We will just have to wait and see. Oh my word. Oh, that was a, oh my god, that was a carnage and a half. KJ Gamer had nowhere to go, and that's asked more so to go into P4, I think where KJ hit was Bailey. I think Clone Troop as well. So I think KJ Gamer has suffered a little bit of damage there, unfortunately. He's already losing a bit of time already. Wow. Were we expecting that? I don't think so. He has dropped down the field ever so massively. And Sam, I think, is going to be under pressure from him as well. LG has ghosted. Sam is not that far from KJ Gamer whatsoever then as well. So the battles have turned on its head, which was what I was predicting this race. And we've got, I think, also a battle between John, and we've got Bayer and the two Salvers fighting as well. But let's concentrate on the battle between Sam and KJ Gamer. Let's see how KJ Gamer does and make sure he loses on its pace. I think he's got a bit of front wing damage, so I think he will have to pit. Or will he be able to keep it till the end of this race? No, it's looking like his things is all right at the moment. So looking very strong from him. And Sam is going to try and make a move on the outside of KJ Gamer. KJ Gamer getting the inside line. And Sam making the move. Job done. And Sam up into P5. Great stuff from Sam. KJ Gamer's not giving up. But already KJ Gamer is starting to lose on the pace at the moment. So what a shame from KJ Gamer. But wow. That now leaves more so the man that we wasn't expecting to be in this position. He is up to P4, and due to the penalties that Alex has received, more so could get his first podium in F2. He's received a lot of podiums in F1. His best finish was 7th, I believe. So if he gets a podium this race, that'll be, I think, his best ever finish in AOR. So that will be amazing. So very, very impressed from Morso's position at this stage. Already looking very strong, as you can see, as we've got, I think John is now over the back. I think John's made the move done on KJ Gamer. So, KJ Gamer's definitely losing a bit of grip there at the moment. I think if Bayo's going to try to catch up, he is definitely struggling. I think his tyres have had enough, I think, as well, due to the carnage that he has had. What a story for KJ Gamer, the reigning champion. I think, to be honest, it hasn't been the first time that the reigning champion hasn't kicked off his title hopes as he hoped, because New Zealand Ryan in the Oceania League earlier on this morning did exactly the same thing. So I think it was probably the same corner as well. So that is definitely a common corner there as well, as I do believe that Bailey is struggling as well. We did see a lot of stewards inquiries due to that incident as well, but again we will have to wait and see. But that is allowing Apex then to stretch the gap for the lead to 7.2 seconds. So that is great, incredible stuff from Apex. Apex is the one that he is definitely staying out of trouble here already in these last few laps of this Grand Prix. All he's got to do is keep it together as much as possible, and then he will go on to win this race, and it will be an absolutely astonishing way to start this championship, and he'll be in the lead of this championship as well. So that'll be great as well. Maloney will be doing well as well. He's about 3.4 seconds between him and Morso. Can Morso catch into Morso? I think Alex has dropped it. I don't know what happened with Alex. Alex has dropped it down into 12 for some reason. What has happened with him? I don't know what that messed up. I don't know. So I don't know what happened with Alex. So he has lost a bit of time. So the man has started from pole position and was involved in the carnage. But that's allowed Morso to go into P3. Maloney in P2. So an order that we don't usually see in F2 is the order we are seeing at this moment in time. Absolutely incredible stuff. And to be honest, it is great to see these drivers battling at left, right and centre here in the Formula 1 Grand Prix. So incredible, absolutely incredible. So great to see at the moment. We've got 3 more laps of this Grand Prix. To be honest, I really don't want this to end. It is absolutely intense, and it's great to see most of you are still watching to make sure you stick for these battles then going into the last few laps of this Grand Prix. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. Don't know what happened then. Let me just see what is going on. I don't know actually what happened in sector 3. Or maybe just someone just spun it there, but he managed to keep the car together. I think Bailey must have caught DR Alex as well. That is why. Oh my word. So what a shame from Bailey. He was definitely looking very strong as well. So it just goes to show the tables can turn on his head. It really can. So, oh my word. if this happens this week, I am very looking forward to seeing what happens next week. So very exciting stuff. We've got Apex in the lead, Maloney in second, also in fourth, Clone Troop is in fourth place, so he's gained a few positions. Sam has got the move done on John as well, so it's nice to see the F1 drivers making a name for themselves in F2. They were in F1 for a reason last season, because they are fast. So it's great to see. I think the only F1 driver not doing too well at the moment is LGS, all the way down in P15, but unfortunately he has disconnected, so that's why he is no longer taking in any part of this Grand Prix. So that is why you're not seeing much of him at the moment. But the other two F1 drivers from last season are doing incredibly well, and very good recovery field stylist, because Alex is still saying a little bit of glory anyway, as he's about to set the fastest lap of this Grand Prix. So absolutely amazing as well. Let me know, it's now time to come to the point of the stream then where it's time to vote for your driver of the day. Let us know in the chat who you think should get driver of the day. Definitely we've got some very good contenders for driver of the day. All of them have drove ever so well. A few of them have been making some careless mistakes. Already I can see who I think should get driver of the day, but I would like to know what you guys think, who you think should get driver of the day. Let us know as well. So absolutely fantastic, as Morso is going to see, Morso's now, Morso has definitely gained a bit of time. He is showing some very good pace. I can see Morso and Maloney in the same camera shot. Can he close up to Maloney? Maloney might probably won't make a mistake here, because he's trying ever so hard as well. So it looks like the top three are going to stay as they are, unless there's some carnage on the last lap, which I really hope there isn't some carnage, to be honest, as well. So yeah, oh my word, it is shaping up to be an astonishing finish, I think. As we've got, I think John is not that far behind Sam, as I think Sam overtook John earlier on, so it'll be interesting to see how he does. I think KJ Gamer is going to try and close in onto Franglish as well. KJ Gamer is still in the money for some points at the moment, so not all is lost from KJ Gamer as well. So interesting there as well. So great to see, all brilliant as well. Absolutely fantastic. And John seems to be struggling a little bit, but we're about to go through the final lap of this Grand Prix, and the Fleet Force India is doing absolutely fantastic so far. Apex absolutely fantastic. I think both Apex and Morso will probably be in the party together, working strategies. They probably have similar strategies. Probably one person was going for a short strategy maybe, and maybe one person was going out for a long strategy, and that is very good to see at the moment indeed. So already very strong indeed. Let's see what other battles we have got. We've got battle for the points then between Palsy and Jorg then. It is going KJ Gamer taking another time penalty. That is not looking good for KJ Gamer there. Be interesting to see how many time penalties he has got, but we have got Palsy there, and he's a bit too far back. He's got DRS open. He's a bit too further back from Jorg at the moment to see if he can gain some time. So not looking good for him. But let's follow Apex 97 again. We're going to follow a lap around in circuit with Apex 97. I think the hot lap in the Force India has probably going on the gods for him, because probably he might have watched that hot lap and was hoping to do well, and he has as well. Approaching the final few corners, his heart must be absolutely beating right now, and some supporters from 5 Esports are hoping they would do well as well. Be interesting to see how well he does in the interview box as he comes across the line, and he takes to win the first round of Xbox One F2 in Australia. Dominant win from Apex there. He was an F2 one season, so not surprised. Very good. And one of our new drivers, Renoni 88, taking second place there. Very good, strong. But he got a penalty, so that means Morso is in P2. So we've got a Force India 1-2. So well done to the two Force India guys. And we got Sam in P4, Clone Troopers finished in P5, Baylor F1 in P6, EVR Frangwish in P7, John in P7, P8. Looks like KJ Gamer is going to get 2 points to his name. Not the result he was hoping for, but hopefully he can recover in Bahrain. So not the best for the Red Bull guys, but KJ Gamer must have got a load of penalties because he dropped down into P10 and Jork was in P9. Alex, he started on pole position and now he's just lost it. Kay's, I think, is the last person to cross the line and he's going to be in P13, so not the best result for him, but Apex, absolutely brilliant result from him. It is crazy right now, so well done to Apex. He kicked off his campaign like he wanted to with a win, so well done to him. Great stuff. He is celebrating on the podium and also will be very happy as well, so I will be interested to see how it will go in the interview box as well. So them getting their champagne out, they are celebrating like crazy as well. Force India are celebrating in the pit wall, and we also got McLaren there in third place. We've got a Force India and McLaren. We don't see this in real life, do we? So yeah, I'm just going to add some here we go to the party in a second, but right now let's take you through our race order then, as Apex takes the win. Interestingly, Apex has taken the penalty as well, more so in P2, Maloney 88 in P3, Sam F1 LFC in 4th, so the F1 drivers from last season doing very well. Clone Troop in 5th, Bayer F1 in 6th place, EBR Frangwish in 7th, John in P8, Jorg in 94 in P9, and KJ Gamer rounding up the top 10. And we've got Pelzi, Alex, K, Verstappen, and LGS with our finishers and our retirees, Hayden and Ollie Smithson there. So there is your race order then. Great stuff. And what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be trying to see if I can get an interview with the top 3 drivers. So I'm going to invite this guy to the party, and I'm going to get my audio up for the party, and I am also going to see if I can get Morso. Do I have Morso as a friend? I don't know. What is Morso's gamer tag? I don't know. What is this gamer tag? I'll need to search him. Hold on. Let me just see a second. I don't think I can find him. Oh, wait. I might have found him. Hold on a second. There we go. I just added him, and I will add our race winner, Apex. I think I have Apex added, so I will add him to the party. So here we go. I'm going to invite to the party. There we go. So we're going to switch scenes. About to go for interview. I'm actually going to check to see if anyone has joined yet. I don't think they have. No, they haven't. So I've just invited the top 3. I need to wait for Morso to accept friend request. I will message Morso there. But we've got our race winner of the hour, Mr. Aiden. Well done on your race win. Are you there? Oh, I can't hear the party for some reason. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I will try and get the audio sorted for you. I might have gotten the wrong audio. No, I haven't. That is strange. That is strange. I can't hear anything at the moment. Give me a second. Oh, because I got the wrong speakers. Oh my word. Sorry about this. Right, there we go. Right, oh, I think I can hear you now. Are you both there?
Hello.
Yes, finally. First of all, we're going to start talking to our race winner then, Mr. Aiden Holland. Well done on that win, and what a great way to kick off your F2 season after doing so well last season. How does it feel there? And tell me, what was it like to get a Force India 1-2?
Oh, thanks for that. First of all, it was just the redemption for the whole of last season, really. I know like last season was just the best way to start off a season. You put your marker down, and yeah, it couldn't have gone any better. Qualifying could have got a bit better, but still got the win in the end. And GG to Morso as well. He's feeling quite down after the race, and you just have to keep his motivation going, and he did. Fought hard for that P2. So yeah, brilliant result for Force India.
Yeah, it's a great start, which means that they're taking the lead in the constructors, so that is looking very good. You've been involved in some quite interesting battles from KJ Gamer all the way under the shot. Were your tyres getting ever so hot trying to fight with these people, or were you managing to manage your tyres to its potential?
Super's got a bit hot coming towards the end of the stint, which is to be expected. But other than that, the tyres felt good. Thought I managed them well. Yeah, so it's a good race overall, really.
Yeah, it's a very good strategy from yourself, trying to stretch these tyres to this potential. Were you and also working together for strategies, or did you do it entirely by yourself?
We're working together. We're
I thought
constantly
so.
talking about strategy, constantly the whole way.
I thought so. I had a sneaky suspicion. I said in the stream, right, I have a feeling more so and Aiden will be working together on strategy, and I was right. So, yeah, so now going on to Bahrain, with a race win in Australia down your belt, do you think you possibly may get some good points in Bahrain, or are you just going to take it as it comes?
It's coming home. It's what's happening. It's coming home. Now, all jokes aside, Bahrain's a bit of a weak track for me, so I'll take a top 5 finish there and yeah, go from there.
Yes, definitely. Well done to you. I've been trying to see if we can get more so in the chat, but unfortunately I don't think he's in the chat. Oh, just good timing. There we go. Just as I was just finished interviewing our P1, we got our P2 there, which I think, to be honest, he's my driver of the days for me, due to the fact that he's had the strategy of a lifetime, making those soft tyres last a lifetime. Well done to you, Nathan. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's an unbelievable result, considering where I started. Yeah, P16 wasn't a good quality at all. I think I disconnected as well through the session, but yeah, just to fight back for that P2. I didn't know if Melanie had a penalty or not, so I was, I was expecting just P3, but yeah, P2 in the end, and I was losing my head in the first few laps, to be honest, but Aiden kept me calm, kept me focused, and yeah, forced into a 1-2 to start the season. You can't ask for more than that, really, so chuffed to bits for that.
Yes, and you saw that carnage go on right in front of you. What were you thinking there? How did you try and avoid the carnage? Because there was some places where it was right in front of you, so you did that really well to try and avoid that. What happened with that?
Yeah, I seen at the later stages of the race. I think it was Verstappen and KJ had a collision. And yeah, I had to just be careful, drive right in the middle. It was right in the middle of the track as well. I'm surprised the VSC didn't come out or anything like that. But
No.
yeah, I was quite lucky throughout the whole race to avoid every incident going. It was quite chaotic.
To be honest, it was probably the most chaotic thing I've ever seen, to be honest, but you definitely pulled it together now. And thinking the fact that you joined from F1 last season to pull up P2, is that your best result in AOR, or did you get...
Yeah, I believe so. I think last season in F1, P5 was the best I could get, so yeah, P2 is my best AOR finish so far.
That is amazing. Now going forward to Bahrain, are you going to use that motivation to possibly try and get a podium, or maybe the win, and trying to possibly beat your teammate, or possibly improve on your qualifying perhaps?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be tough to beat him, but I think if I sort my qualifying out, I think I'm definitely capable of a few wins this season. But I just gotta keep putting the practice in, and judging by that race, I feel I have the pace. So I just need to not bottle quali really, and see how it goes from there.
Yes, indeed. Well done to you, Force India 1-2 there. Keep up the good work. And we're now going to move on to our third place man. Sorry you were waiting for such a long time, but we got to one of our new drivers of AOR. Props to him for getting a first podium in the race, a replica of what Hamilton did in 2007. Well done to Maloney88. Well done to you. How do you feel for getting your first podium in AOR on your first race?
Yeah, thanks. I wasn't really expecting it. I was just kind of hoping to just get off with like some good points. Bit cut it for the penalty, because I got it on the last lap. I was just holding out for no penalties, but then I just got it and lost that too. Most of it, oh well. Jock was up there, my teammate, but yeah, he got the wrong end of the deal while battling Apex, I think, or someone else.
Yeah,
blew up.
Yeah, your quali pace was looking absolutely astonishing. Did you have much practice going into the race then? Because we didn't see how much practice you got, because obviously you never raced an AOR before. So how much do you usually practice going into these types of events?
Yeah, I practiced a couple of times along the week. Bit tonight as well, or before the race. Mostly dry though.
Yeah, and luckily it did turn out dry in the end, so that probably paid off a little bit there as well. And the start you were involved in lots of good battles. Then what move did you decide that's it, you're gonna pit now? What made you pit when you did?
Well, me and Jock were gonna pit lap 6 and 7, and since he pitted earlier, I took the 6th lap. Otherwise, I was gonna pick on lap 7. So yeah.
So yeah, your teammates were definitely working together as well. It is a common theme here in F2. I can tell you that. That is good stuff as well. And McLaren in a podium is great stuff as well. Getting involved in so many battles as well, and keeping it clean as well. Were you worried that you were gonna get contact with the drivers around you?
Yeah, probably with KJ because he was really laggy and desyncing. That was pretty much the only one.
Yeah.
I was worried about.
Yeah, and like I said, for the others then, for you, what is your strategy going into Bahrain? Are you going to aim to score as high as you can, or are you just going to aim for where you are now? Are you going to possibly gain P2 or even win the race maybe? Maybe winning the race maybe too early down the line yet, but you never
probably
know.
podium, yeah.
Yeah, podium will be your aim as well, so massive well done to you. Now, I think final words, all three of you, well done. I'm going to ask you, all three of you, one last question if you guys are still here. Give me one word to describe your race this evening, starting with our race winner, Mr. Apex.
Fun.
Oh, nice word there. More so?
I think I already mentioned it. I'll go chaotic for that. For one word for
Chaotic, okay. And Maloney.
Probably consistent. Pretty much that.
Yes, yeah. Good words there. Massive well done to all three people who have taken podiums and everyone else who have raced as well. So what a absolutely astonishing opening round here in the Australian Grand Prix, and we are about to come to an end. But don't worry, the AOR action is far from over at the moment, because the AOR Xbox One F1 League has started. I think it was about 10-15 minutes ago. So if you want to check that out, please make sure you do. I will put the link in the chat so you guys can move on over to the Xbox One F1. Tell people I've sent you there. But anyway, make sure I'll check that out. You'll see me in the chat as well, for everyone. But until now, make sure you join us next week for some more action in Bahrain. But until now, I've been Jess Games 95, and good night, and I'll see you next week.